Jazzcast Pros.
Could this actually be the last time that we change the clocks? I know, it snuck up on me too, but it's that time of year when we lose a precious hour of sleep. Not exactly cause for celebration. So on today's episode, I'm diving into the daylight saving time debate, why we do it, what exactly does it do to your sleep and health, and should we finally get rid of it? Plus, if you're already dreading the grogginess that's coming, I've got you covered with some simple, practical tips to help you survive the time change so that you can avoid turning into a total zombie. And I do have a small win for you. The Monday after we spring forward is National Napping Day. So if you're feeling the daylight saving time struggle, you officially have an excuse to take a nap. So stay with me as I unpack how this seasonal shift influences our bodies and what you can do to adjust smoothly. Welcome to the Doze Podcast, a space where we challenge conventional ideas about sleep and offer you practical tips on how to get the most out of it. I'm your host, Soda Kuczkowski, your trusted sleep coach and guide on a mission to help you optimize your days so that you can embrace your nights. And I am so excited to be back after taking a short break. I took the last few weeks, after the new year to help kick off some projects, including the building of our new and updated websites. But I'm happy to be back with you every Wednesday to bring you what you need to know about your sleep and how to make the most of yours despite what your schedule might look like. And let me tell you, you should care about this. Even as someone in the sleep industry, as I mentioned, March sneaks up on me every year and I find myself torn. As this time of year, while I hate driving my daughter to soccer at 5:30 p.m. and having it be completely pitch dark outside. So yes, I do welcome having light later. On the flip side, I also hate when I look at the clock and continuously think to myself, I could really use that hour back. So you may be asking yourself, well, why do we even still do it? Well, it's a hot debate topic. A lot of states have been pushing to make daylight saving time permanent, which would mean no more shifting the clocks twice a year. We do it in November and in March. Supporters argue that it has several economic, safety, and lifestyle benefits, but others argue that keeping standard time instead of daylight saving time would be better for your body since it aligns more closely with natural light patterns. To give you some history, daylight saving time was originally created to make better use of daylight. The idea was that shifting the clocks forward in the spring would give us longer, brighter evenings. And it sounds really great in theory, right? But here's the problem. Our bodies don't work like clocks. That 1 hour shift, it completely throws off your circadian rhythm, the internal sleep-wake cycle that helps regulate your hormones, mood, and your energy levels. And it's not just about feeling groggy. Studies show that right after we change the clocks, there's an increase in everything from car accidents and heart attacks, upwards of 25%, to workplace errors, stroke risks, and mood disorders, and, of course, sleep disruptions. So yes, it's not just in your head. This time shift actually impacts you in a lot of ways. Right now, there's a real push to make daylight saving time permanent, meaning no more changing of the clocks twice a year. This idea isn't new. It's been debated in Congress before, and it's back again. President Donald Trump has said he wants to eliminate daylight saving time, calling it very costly to our nation. And the Sunshine Protection Act, a bill that's been floating around for a few years, aims to make daylight saving time permanent so we wouldn't have to fall back in the wintertime anymore. And it passed in the Senate back in 2022, but it got stuck in the House. And many sleep and health experts, including the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, advocate for permanent standard time instead of permanent daylight saving time because of a few reasons. First, it aligns with our natural light exposure, which regulates the body's circadian rhythm. Second, it promotes better sleep quality. Morning light exposure helps to keep those sleep-wake cycles stable. And third, it reduces health risks, as studies show that daylight saving time disruptions lead to an increase in heart attack, stroke, and mood disorders. So then where does that leave us? Right now, we're still waiting for Congress to take action, but there's definitely growing support for getting rid of the clock changes altogether. So hence the debate. Should we go with permanent standard time or permanent daylight saving time? And to help you decide, I've broken down some key differences for you. Now, I've already shared with you on the pro end of permanent standard time, but some points against it or the cons of it results in earlier sunsets in the winter, meaning it gets dark in the late afternoon, and retail and recreational industries may experience lower business activity in the evening. On the pro end of permanent daylight saving time, it means more daylight in the evening, meaning it can encourage outdoor activities and boost the economy. It also results in fewer robberies and crime incidents since criminals tend to operate in the dark. And last, it may help reduce electricity use for evening lighting. Arguments against permanent daylight saving time include that it means darker mornings, especially in the winter. Some places wouldn't see sun until at least 8 or even 9 a.m. And it might cause more sleep disruption as it pushes our natural rhythms out of sync. And last, there are more health risks like increased heart attacks and mood disorders that I mentioned due to this misalignment with the natural light cycles. So how do you make this whole transition a little easier? Well, I have some quick and easy tips for you. First, it's about easing into it. 4 days before the clock change, that means starting tonight, go to bed 15 minutes earlier each night. This helps your body gradually adjust so you don't feel like you've just been hit by a truck when Monday rolls around. Second, you need to get outside in the morning. The key is light. Natural light is the key for resetting your internal clock. So when you wake up, open your blinds or step outside for a few minutes, even if it's just to sip your coffee. Invest in a light lamp if needed if you're up before the sun rises. Stick to your normal sleep routine. Your body loves consistency, so even though the time is shifting, try to keep your wake time, bedtime, and nighttime wind-down routine as steady as possible. You want to watch your caffeine intake. I know losing an hour of sleep makes that extra cup of coffee even more tempting, but drinking caffeine too late in the day can mess with your ability to fall asleep, which will just make things worse. And use the power of the nap wisely. If you're struggling to stay awake, a quick 20-minute nap can really help. Just don't nap too long or too late in the day, or you'll make it even harder to sleep at night. And as I mentioned, the Monday after daylight saving time is National Napping Day, so take advantage of it. So whether we keep changing the clocks or finally put an end to this time-shifting madness, one thing is certain: how you prepare for daylight saving time can make or break your sleep success. Instead of letting the time change throw you into a cycle of exhaustion, take control of the transition. The key to thriving, not just surviving, is preparation. Your sleep is too important to leave up to chance, so set yourself up for success and prioritize your rest even when the clocks work against you. And hey, if you're struggling with your sleep, check out my websites, thedoze.co or startwithsleep.com, for more resources, coaching, and sleep products to help you sleep your best year-round. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Should we make daylight saving time permanent, or switch to standard time, or keep things as they are? Let's continue the conversation. Send me a message, tag me on social at thedoze.co on all channels, or leave a review below letting me know your thoughts. Until next time, sleep well, plan ahead, and take that well-deserved nap on National Napping Day. I'll see you next week.